Welcome everyone to Weekly News and a DW main major tidbit, and the topic for this video is Akbayan, Chiljoc, Mamayang Liberal, Lalid Lima, pasok sa Kongreso. Hindi lang sila Kiko at Bam ang mga sorpresa. Nag-top notcher rin ang Akbayan na nooy kolela and hindi sana makakukuha ng seat kung hindi lang na-disqualify yung isa sa mga party list last year. Kung ba last year lang sila nagkaroon ng seat. And now they're on the top of the world, but on creation and the only explanation I can find. Anyway, from no seat for most of the 19th Congress to the top notcher with 6.5% of total votes sa party lists, a 10 times freaking improvement, talagang napaka-outstanding na kanilang comeback sa politika in just 3 years. Now, we will be getting Attorney Chiljoc sa House of Representatives where he will be taking names and kicking ass.
Attorney Chel, how do you envision yourself in the House? Ano po, ang magiging stance ba ng Akbayan ay magiging oposisyon sa liderado ng Kamara, or you're willing to have some collaborations or critical collaborations with the administration or kung sino man ang maging speaker ng Kamara?
Tingin ko ang pinaka-effective na opposition ay yung issue position. Ibig sabihin nun ay titingnan dapat ng grupo at I'm referring to my group of Akbayan, yung bawat issue at ano ba dapat ang magiging panindigan namin para sa taong bayan. Yun naman talaga yung requirement, di ba, ng isang mambabatas na ang nire-represent niya, hindi naman ang sarili, kundi ang lahat ng sektor na ating lipunan. So whenever there will be issues, that's the lens that we will look through.
Yeah.
So maaaring magkaroon ng mga sitwasyon na pareho ang tingin na sa administration, sa issue. For example, West Philippine Sea.
Yes.
We're happy with the way the administration is conducting itself when it comes.
With former Senator Attorney Laila de Lima from Mamayang Liberal also getting a seat in the House of Representatives. Now, never mind the fact that there has been some kind of collusion or kind of anger between Kabataan Party List and Akbayan, but whatever. We are not here to discuss that. Although, again, as I said, sana hindi nila masyadong ginalingan and hindi nila masyadong denominate kasi nawalan tayo ng isang Makabayan Bloc member, the Gabriela Party List. So, that's sad. Now, ito pa ang malupit. Narito na ang ganti at vindication! Inofferan sila ni House Speaker Martin Romualdez, sina Representatives Jokno at De Lima from Akbayan and Mamayang Liberal Party respectively, to join the prosecution team para sa impeachment ni Vice President Sara Duterte.
I got a call from Speaker Romualdez. First, he congratulated me, and then he said that it would be good for the prosecution team if I join them. At first, I said, can I give it a serious thought and consideration? And sabi niya, we need your immediate answer because we are making plans already, etc. So I said yes. Person who does things out of personal vendetta or vindictiveness. It's all about really contributing to the attainment of justice and accountability.
Nakausap ko rin si Speaker. Hapon, tinanong din niya kung ako'y bukas sa pagiging member ng prosecution panel. Sabi ko ako'y open at ang matagal na namin hinahabol sa Akbayan ay magkaroon ng accountability ang ating mga public officials.
Which is just mind-blowing. I mean, these are two of the most capable and coincidentally progressive, with De Lima being anti-Duterte's antic legal minds of our time. So it is really quite a big deal kasi kung matatandaan natin, nakulong si De Lima because of some trumped up charges. 3 trumped up drug charges which didn't lead to anywhere even when Duterte is in power. It's like a match made in heaven na dalawa ang nawala sa prosecution team dahil hindi nanalo ng re-election. Yung dalawa. Tapos ang papalit, si Attorney Chel and Attorney Laila. The liberals must be creaming their corns and corduroys as we speak. Now imagine if this is all orchestrated, dinaya ang eleksyon para makapasok silang dalawa to bolster the youth movement and, push them against the Dutertes. So that's kind of weird. And, I'm not here to kind of discredit an Akbayan, Akbayan in this trying times. Kasi again, you gotta take the wins that you would need. And, we have to start slowly. And by slowly, we mean 6.5% of the votes in the party list system. No, talagang the only thing that I would have been kind of pushing for is the fact na estudyante, mga bata ang talagang nag-push sa kanilang mga magulang, sa kanilang mga kaibigan, sa kanilang mga kakilala na bumoto sa kanila Kiko and even just Bam Aquino. And I don't want INC to take credit, the Duterte Rift, the Alianza Rift to take credit. Kasi sa totoo lang nagulat ako na si Rodante Marcoleta nandyan sa Senado. So, now, it is really outstanding what the youth, vote, and persuasion can do. Hindi man kinaya noong 2022 during the height of Unithieves debacle, leaving us heartbroken with many progressives kind of giving up already kasi nga again, that's 30 million to their 15. No, isa ako sa mga estudyante at youth na hindi nakaboto noong eleksyon. Kaya nga, mag-isa lang si Senrisa sa Senado. At, nung tumakbo siya and even, I think she was at number 10 at that point. Now, talagang alam nating lahat na in all realities, maganda na dalawa lang silang tandem. Kumbaga parang, mas madaling pakinggan, mas madaling i-suggest sa tao na, dalawa sila. Mas madaling isingit sa mga boboto ng maka-alyansa at maka-Duterte. And, no, I won't attribute Kiko Mam's success to personalities or endorsements like by Iglesia ni Cristo or any fucking governors and all that stuff. Only the youth who bugged their parents and their peers to vote for Kiko, Bam, Heidi, Luke. It's the students pushing their parents to vote for the two. Wala ring malakasang block voting ang Alyansa and Duterte with many even under voting. I know I have. And I don't think I voted for any Duterte candidate, but I did vote for Abby Binay. And then the rest would be PLM and Heidi and Makabayan, some Makabayan. Now, talagang outstanding ang mga kabataan. They clutched and brought home the winning factor to surge Kiko Bam and Akbayan and even Mamayang Liberal to the front lines, to the top, and to do, or at least to have a fighting chance or representative na pwedeng sumama kay Risa as an independent opposition. Although, mas maganda sana kung hindi masyadong nag-dominate ang Akbayan kasi nanakawan tuloy ang Makabayan bloc with Gabriela post to losing their seat. Their only seat. Unless ma-disqualify ang isang party list ahead of them. And Bayan Muna faces delisting after failing to secure seats for, I think, consecutive election cycles already. Now, sa susunod, isasama na rin natin si Heidi Mendoza, Luke Espiritu, even Leody de Guzman, although a lot of people kind of had the icky when it comes to her and, the Makabayan bets. I mean, isipin mo, Heidi had like 6 million people voting for her, top 21. So, that's mind-blowing. Kasi kahit dito sa Caloocan, which is Duterte town, top 12 siya. So, that's mind-blowing. Ang video clip na ito ay galing sa aking series ng News sa Worthy Recap. Check the entire videos for the complete weekly news recap and subscribe to the channel to be kept up to date sa mga local at global news na I'll make sure will be interesting to you. Particularly you, whatever your name is. Hindi ko alam, sorry. Salamat sa panonood mga kaparami. Like, subscribe, follow me like sa socials and avoid Joseph that will be linked down below. So susunod, of course, paalam.